Hey, what's up, guys? It's Limbo here. I hope you guys been doing well. This is gonna be a 2 videos in 1 video kind of situation because we have some massive drama that Treyarch has created with Black Ops 7's multiplayer experience, and this is bad. Okay, I'm just gonna shoot it straight. This is bad. So if you guys want more videos like this, let me know by dropping a like and hitting that subscribe button. But now let's get into it. They tweeted this out yesterday. Thanks to your beta feedback, the majority of Black Ops 7's multiplayer playlists will have open matchmaking, which will be similar to the beta experience where skill is minimally considered. The expectation will be 1 rotating mosh pit at launch where skill will be an important consideration, and rank play will also use skill as an important consideration when it launches in Season 2. And listen, that second part, that announcement that there's still going to be 1 rotating mosh pit at launch where skill will be an important consideration, aka it will have the Modern Warfare 2019 skill-based matchmaking system. A lot of people are upset. This tweet alone has 2.5 million views, and I hate to say it, but I was correct. All right, fully a couple days before that single tweet came out said, am I smoking crack, or did the original details and hype of quote-unquote reduced skill-based matchmaking say that it was the default matchmaking for Black Ops 7? And by default matchmaking, everybody assumed that the default matchmaking system, the classic and open matchmaking system, will be for everything. There wouldn't be an additional mode for the regular SBMM where skill is considered highly, okay? He goes on and continues to say, and now it's varied by playlist. Again, question mark. Please feel free to tell me I'm wrong, as shit, I would love that actually. And now, quote-unquote, no disbanding lobbies is just keeping players together more often. I'm not claiming a rug pull, and I'm not jumping to conclusions, because maybe I'm not remembering correctly, but does the wording sound wrong or strange this time around? And unfortunately, me and Fully were right with our concerns. I responded by saying, I think all in all, default matchmaking playlist is now reduced SBMM, while they will still offer regular skill-based matchmaking lobbies for the bad players. So I think they literally have it as the default, but will say in the playlist name if it's regular skill-based matchmaking or not, which, looking at the HUD and the find the match system, this is the playlist UI right here. They have an entire tab for the open matchmaking system, aka no skill-based matchmaking. It's the first tab, and also for quick play on the top right there. It is under the open playlist and the open matchmaking system, but now you scroll over, there's a whole entire tab and group for standard matchmaking where skill is an important consideration. And obviously it's only 1 mosh pit and 1 game mode, but the main concern that everybody has after seeing this is the fact that why does the standard mosh pit have an entire tab to itself? Because if we compare the open tab to the standard tab, there's multiple playlists for the open tab. And you look over to the standard one, there's only 1, but there's definitely a lot of space to add more. So based off this feedback, based off what we've been told by Treyarch themselves, and the main concerns that the Call of Duty community has had now, it really seems like they're going to re-add standard mosh pits and the standard matchmaking system and put it to a lot more modes while separating it from open mosh pit and still offering the standard matchmaking system. When, in my opinion, what I've seen a lot of people say is, why does it need its own entire tab when it's 1 single game mode? Put it to the bottom left where private match is. So if people really want that standard matchmaking where skill-based matchmaking is still there, put at the bottom. And dude, it's just so sad to see, because I tweeted out when Fully responded to his own tweet saying, I've won, but at what cost? I said, I hate that I was spot on too. Now it's up to us players once again to show Activision that we want a full-on classic/open matchmaking system for the entire game. If they don't listen, we as players, for 1, don't play, for 2, buy things like battle passes, bundles, all that stuff, and 3, give them the stats and data that they need. I've been saying this the entire time. If you don't want to support Battlefield 6, if you don't want to support Black Ops 7, if you're mad sus of it, speak with your wallet and your time. Because at the end of the day, Microsoft, Activision, and Treyarch need everybody's stats and data in order to get more funding, get more support, and to continue Call of Duty. If you truly want Call of Duty to fail, or you truly want Call of Duty to change, speak with your time and wallet. And I think this is more of a perfect example to wait it out more than ever. I am so glad that I did not pre-order this game, because dude, the wording, everything just seems so sus when it comes to the matchmaking system for Black Ops 7, man. It really seems like the investors and Activision are coming in and fucking up what Treyarch has built up for the last couple months, man. And it sucks, dude. And I think the best way somebody has put it is from Ghost of Hope, who says, there has been zero promises made that open matchmaking will stay beyond launch, by the way. They have specifically mentioned, quote unquote, at launch so many times. It's why I don't blame people for waiting to buy this game in case of a rug pull. It's Activision, and that's completely facts. And listen, ladies and gentlemen, I feel bad for anybody that has pre-ordered, which does suck because the second part of this video, right, I actually asked 30 to 40 people from various Call of Duty communities, from the Zombies community, hell, even the official Call of Duty Discord, and even from people like Rick and Fully's Discord, how they truly feel, what their thoughts and expectations are and opinions are about Black Ops 7 before it releases. And I asked this question and got all the responses from this question before this tweet where the wording was weird about open matchmaking, okay? So to summarize that, most people felt hopeful, but they were cautious, which I'm happy to see that because they were completely right to feel hopeful, but also feel cautious, okay? There was definitely some excitement over the positive changes like reduced skill-based matchmaking and open and classic matchmaking systems coming back, the improved slower movement and, communication as well in the non-disbanding lobbies. But there were still a lot of people that were skeptical and scared and concerned based on past disappointments from Call of Duties for the last couple of years. And many said that they're just quote unquote excited but nervous, and or they've said they're quote unquote hopeful but keeping expectations low, which honestly, looking back now, they were probably right to have that. But now going over the main positive things that people responded with was, one, Treyarch is listening again. People loved the communication and the level of communication that we've gotten before the release of Black Ops 7, right? This is, them paying attention to the community and its feedback after years of frustration and complaints, which a lot of people loved. Secondly, a lot of people celebrated, and this is probably the most celebrated change, they celebrated the change and the removal of skill-based matchmaking and the horrible matchmaking system that we've had for the last couple of years. Players think that it could make Call of Duty fun again and bring back the old feeling of old Call of Duties, which is honestly fair. When I was playing the reduced SPMM playlist, the open matchmaking playlist, I was having fun, right? A third thing that a lot of people are enjoying about Black Ops 7 before it even releases or they're hyped about is the content when it comes to unlocking camos, unlocking the Prestige Master stuff, the Mastery camos, the Prestige levels, all that kind of stuff. Most people are excited for. A little concern that people had was the theme and aesthetic of most of the Battle Pass, Black Cell, and bundles that are coming out after the game releases, right? A lot of people are also hyped for the new map layouts and the changes that they did to the actual gameplay. They've already revealed and confirmed, massive map changes with the doors and the layouts of the maps. They've also already shown and confirmed the movement changes as well, and they're trying their best to keep the movement fresh, fun, addicting, but also keep it grounded. So, yeah. But now for the main concerns and the main negative things that a lot of people responded with. Activision going back after launch. And listen, ladies and gentlemen, they were right about that. Many worried that Activision was going to revert to good changes like the removal or reduction of skill-based matchmaking, stop the communication, and just be a fucking ghost, right? And the pacing of the content. They believe that as soon as Activision got what they want, they were going to make Treyarch, revert everything. So, yeah. Another concern that people had was the cheaters and the anti-cheat. Players have doubted the Ricochet anti-cheat stats that were presented after the Black Ops 7 beta was done and completed. And I'm not gonna lie, I'm still skeptical, but at the same time, I know for 90% of players, if they only play pubs, they're probably never going to run into cheaters or hackers unless they're primarily playing ranked play for both multiplayer and Warzone. So we'll have to see. And lastly, another concern that people had was the theme and aesthetic of the skins and the bundles and the guns, right? People are worried that goofy skins or goofy collaborations will continue to happen and Activision will go back on the word on that. And there'll be a lack of realism with keeping in touch of the theme of Black Ops 7, which is futuristic, but there is definitely certain elements that should not be in the game. For example, this entire Devil Satan skin from Black Clover, bro. What the fuck is this, bro? You know what I'm saying? Summarize all the concerns. A lot of people just have a lot of trust issues with Activision right now in Call of Duty, which is honestly super fair. A lot of people that responded to my question, what are your thoughts and expectations and all that stuff about Black Ops 7 before it releases? People believe and agreed that Black Ops 7 has the potential to revive Call of Duty if Treyarch keeps their promises and continues listening to the community and keeps making good changes, right? But the main concerns were, yeah, I'm hopeful and excited, but I'm also doubtful and I just am skeptical, which is honestly fair. people want to believe that this Call of Duty, this, you know, Black Ops 7 this year is the comeback year for Call of Duty. But honestly, after 5 to 6 years of complaints and constant bickering with Treyarch and Activision, Infinity Ward, and Sledgehammer Games, people are still not trusting them fully, which is totally understandable, man. But remember, guys, the responses that I got and the results that I got from this question was all before, you know, Call of Duty and Treyarch tweeted out that shit. And listen, if you're wondering why I even asked this question and went out of my way to message 30 to 40 people, it was because I had to do it for a college assignment, but I also wanted to have a time capsule of what the Call of Duty community was feeling and thinking about for Black Ops 7 before it releases. Because listen, I really feel like when it comes to Call of Duty history, the general response and, you know, thought and viewpoint and view process and point of view and perspective of a Call of Duty game is always so muddy after a couple years. So I hope this video provides a more clearer and better understanding of what players, us Call of Duty fans, really felt and thought of Black Ops 7 before it released and before it was the main Call of Duty game. But yeah, ladies and gentlemen, that's gonna be it for the video. If you guys want more videos like this and be a part of them, join my Discord server. That's the best way to get in contact with me. And if you guys want more videos like this, drop a like and hit that subscribe button. Let me know in the comments below what you guys think, and hype up the video if you guys can. But it's me, your boy Limbo. I'll see you guys next time. Peace.